Hey, 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 welcome back. Welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed. Interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel, I like to dive deep within the readings. So we look at everything, but we take a lot of time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, and see how they play it as karmic themes. This will allow you to understand why your person's doing what they're doing, why you're attracting who you're attracting, and what you could possibly do to shape shift the energy. Now, anything of any importance or relevance to the channel, you can find in the description box. For those of you that are interested in my shadow coaching program, um, coaching, I should say, is temporarily closed. But if you sign up, there's a link in that description box that you will get notified when we reopen the coaching. Now, the coaching program includes inner child healing, shadow healing, reparenting, all the healing modalities to help you heal the effects of trauma, as well as to help you open up your psychic abilities and help you along on your path to manifest. All right. Now let's see what's going on. Now, if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, also the word of the video will always be in the comment and in the description box as well, just in case you forget, because I do say that word in the beginning of the video. All right, let's see what the word video is. Word of the video is disappointment. Disappointment. I feel like you were dealing with someone that knew that you were disappointed on how you dealt with it and how they dealt with you. Can't talk today. and how they dealt with you, but they didn't do anything. They actually thought that they were going to push it to the point that you were going to get mad at them and that you were going to again say something to them because they knew that they disappointed you, but instead of them coming and apologizing, explaining themselves, they just kind of tried to come back into your life and breadcrumb you. Again, wanting you to say something, but I feel like you didn't say anything. If anything, I feel like you completely detached and you're actually showing this person a completely different side of you. And now they're disappointed because they're seeing you in a better light than what they originally saw you in. So the underlying energy is disappointment. Part of it is, again, you're making this person look at themselves. So do feel guilty, but there's a part of them that wants to appear as if their life is put together, like almost like this, that they're perfect, like that there's no problems happening. But really, I feel like the underlying energy for them is really shame because anyone that tries to pretend that they're perfect, well, then they're overcompensating and they're choosing to be lonely instead. And they're choosing to be lonely because they're hiding behind the lies and the illusions of that their life is perfect, that there's nothing wrong, that they're happy. That's what they're trying to create, this illusion in hoping that it would trigger you, but it didn't trigger you. You actually detached because you're like, well, why am I going to stick around for someone that is acting like they don't care about me? It's again, that's what apathy means. It's like that they don't really care, that they put very little energy in. And so what you're saying to yourself is you didn't give any energy, and the energy that you did give was breadcrumbs. So how I'm taking that is that you don't care, and because you don't care, I'm going to detach from you. I'm not going to continue to feed you. When you were dealing with this person, again, they wanted attention from everybody. They want to be seen as someone that's very important. They want to be seen as someone that that doesn't need attention, but they're actually very needy. I feel like they run around to a lot of different people and they talk to people anywhere where they go. It's like they flirt with people to, again, so that they get the attention back. They don't care who it is. The person could be anyone from someone that comes into their job to someone that they meet on social media. It doesn't matter. It's just this person doesn't really form intimate, real connections. They go on the surface. And when you were like getting to know this person, what you saw is that they weren't taking the time to get to know you, but they were running around and giving their time to a lot of other people. Yeah, they wanted you to be consumed. And I feel like for a little while you actually were consumed in in what they were doing. Because like I said, there is a connection. They did come on strong like they always do, but again, the intention behind what they were doing was not strong. Like they didn't really care. There was no emotional space available for you, is what you felt like. You're like, you got time for everybody else, but you want me to be consumed with you. So you're breadcrumbing me to like keep me on the hook, but really what you're doing is you're just trying to create a lot of drama. You're trying to keep me confused. You're trying to keep me up in my head. You want me consumed with you and your behavior. And that's not what you did, because you're like, I see you want the attention. I see you want to be seen as someone that's important. But really, someone that needs to do that is very needy. You're very needy. It's again, you need the attention. And you were like too busy in your own life, I feel like. I feel like you were, pouring into yourself. And this person doesn't like that. They want to be the person that, they get the attention from everyone. They don't really go for people that pour into themselves. They usually go for people that don't know their worth, that don't have anything going on in their lives. So I feel like when you did say something to them, they lashed out at you. But and I do think that you said something, but you didn't make a big deal over it. You weren't arguing with them. You weren't yelling at them. But this person knew that it bothered you what they were doing. They just weren't fixing it at the time. They came by like with the attitude of, well, if you want more, you're going to give me more. You're going to like chase me down. You're going to, again, try to prove to me, where you were like, I'm not doing that. And it's like you said whatever you said. And then this person twisted it around almost as if you were lashing out at them, and you were not lashing out at them. It's like this person doesn't like to be confronted. So it was almost like they punished you for confronting them. Yeah, it's like, or what they would do is they would just keep withdrawing to try to trigger you emotionally. So you didn't know what was going on. But the thing is, this person didn't realize that they didn't really give you enough time or energy for you to really get that emotionally involved. I feel like, again, if you didn't have anything going on in your life that could affect you, this person's used to being lower hanging fruit, where they give very little. They breadcrumb. They may breadcrumb every day, may breadcrumb every week, but they're not giving enough. They're only going on the surface. But for people that don't put their time and their energy into anything, it's a big deal. For you, what you were balanced. You saw that this person really wasn't giving you anything. Like every time like it's going to get serious, you withdraw from me. Anytime we make any progress, you withdraw from me. Again, and you want to be perceived as someone as really like this perfect person. So I feel like they hid behind work. They hid behind, I'm busy with my family. I'm busy with work. I'm busy with everyone except for you. They wanted to give the persona as if they were really like this important person. But really, it's because they have shame and they're feeling like they're not really worthy on a deep, deep level. Now, they're not aware of that. But the truth is that when a person wants to seem as if they're being perfect, like they do no wrong. And it could be that they were posting on social media, but they were only posting themselves in the best light. So if they have children, they were posting themselves with their children. Like, well, I'm not running around on anyone. I need to spend time with my children, or I'm at work right now and I'm the boss, or I'm someone that's important at work. So again, that's important, or I'm helping out in my community. So again, they try to show you this. They've created this narrative to make everyone perceive that they're this really important person, someone that's actually a really good catch, but they're not a good catch. Someone that behind the scenes, they're talking to every single person in their inbox. They're running around with every single person that comes into their job. They're again needing the spotlight. They need that constant attention. That's someone that's opposite of what they're trying to portray. And your boundaries were crossed. It's like this person didn't have any respect for what was important to you. You didn't want someone coming in and out of your life. You didn't want to have a superficial relationship. This person, again, came across as if they were ready to be in a relationship. So I feel like they pay a lot of attention to the physical connection, no real attention to the emotional connection, and they confused the two. So they really didn't give you anything. And they also know that you would not be into a relationship that was just had a physical connection. They know this about you. They know. And so again, you felt like this person disrespected you. And they disrespected you because they weren't giving you the time. Number one, they were breadcrumbing you. That's insulting. And they were giving a lot more to other people that they knew that were going to sleep with them, that they knew that they would be able to hook up with. So they were literally trying to like trigger you. They were trying to get you to like devalue your own boundaries. They were trying to get you to like not have any boundaries, trying to scare you into it. And really what you saw is, well, you're disrespecting me. Yeah, and all that you want to do is create a lot of drama. You create a lot of drama because you know that you're running around with other people. I know that you're talking to a lot of other people. I feel like you even knew that this person was talking to one of your friends at one point. So this person will lie and say, "Oh no, I'm just really busy with work and helping out in my community and helping my family. And I'm really not that type of person. I'm someone that's very business oriented. I'm someone that has a lot of money. I'm someone that focuses on my future." No, this person was not doing that. What they like to do is they create a lot of drama to so that again it disrupts people on an emotional level so that they can manipulate in getting more time, more energy, so people will then ignore their own boundaries in fear. Every time this person withdrew from you, they were expecting you to come running, to come give them more, to try and like fight for your place in their life. And that's not what happened. You were like, all you do is you create drama. You want to make it as if my life is upside down because you're also talking to other people. And being that you're talking to other people, I see some of the people that you're talking to, they're not of a high quality. There's some people that, again, are expecting this person to come in and give them the money, the attention, like to give them their stability, I should say. And just like so it's almost like this person loves to create triangles. They like to create drama. They want people to fight over them. They want people to again like play out the narrative that they want to have about themselves in their head. They want to be perceived as someone that's very important, someone that's very desirable. So again, in doing that, they don't care how they do it. But really, because you're someone that's balanced, you're like, all I really saw is that you lie. You come in, you pretend to be someone that you're not, and then you crossed my boundaries. You know what I want, you know who I am, but you disrespected me. And I feel like this person felt like at the time that they weren't going to care, to be honest with you. I got to pull one more. Blamed. Yeah, and you got tired of this person twisting things around because I feel like you did tell this person, you did say, I don't want someone coming in and out of my life. I don't want you to talk to other people if you're going to talk to me, because again, the people that you're talking to, they don't have anything going on and you're leading them on. And so the people that you're talking to, they're not going to fight with you. They're going to come and fight with me as if I'm taking something away from you. It's like this person loved it. They loved the drama. They didn't care. They just thought, I'm going to toy with your emotions and I'm going to hold back from you and I'm going to give attention to everyone else. Yeah, they wanted to create jealousy. That's what they wanted to do. Again, because that normally works. When they create the triangles, it's like, well, now they have two people that are fighting over them. And then they act really important when really all that they want is sex. Like I said, is again, however they can get that is what they're going to do. Pays too much attention to the physical connection, no attention to the actual emotional connection and actually building up a relationship or anything like that. Yeah, it's again, this person wanted to like burden you with what they were doing. They wanted to like keep you stuck when really this person has a lot of trauma. They have a lot of trauma from like their childhood. They didn't get enough attention. That's what it looks like. So that's why that they're still in that trauma where they, now are trying to relive this new narrative that they're the desirable one, that they're so needed, that again, everyone wants to be with them, that they're a good catch, when really it's again, this person doesn't know how to have real, true emotional connection. And because they don't, they focus only on the sex. Yeah, and then meanwhile, back at the ranch, this person is giving their power away to people in their life. And so they didn't have boundaries with themselves. So I feel like they have someone in their life that has a lot of control over them. So they're connected to a karmic, which explains why that they weren't really giving you anything. I feel like the karmic doesn't give anything to this person sexually. I feel like the karmic is with them at this point, but it's a real toxic connection because this person was like this, not just with you. This is who they are with everyone. It's just at one point, I feel like they married this person and they have built up, either a house or again, they have like equity with this person, like children, even for some. So it's like they've given all their power away to this karmic, so they really couldn't give anything. See, and right now, what this person is saying is like the energy between you and them is stagnant, which, by the way, their energy with the karmic is usually stagnant too, where the karmic usually does something to get this person to talk. They deliberately like create a trigger, do something to get the energy to flow again, where this person will like open up and communicate. Well, this is what this person tried to do to you, but that it didn't work. So there's a sense of whatever is going on at home for this person is why they decided to handle you the way that they did. They couldn't be in a serious relationship with anybody. So again, they were not getting what they want from that person at home because again, that person at home is tired of their shit too, because this person doesn't care about anyone except for themselves, especially if they're running around to 1,000 other people trying to get attention, trying to get their sexual needs met. The karmic doesn't really want this person to do that, but it's like the relationship is a dead relationship and they're like, well, I don't really care at this point. You're going to go and you're going to do that, but you're not going to leave me. You're going to continue to give me your resources. You're going to continue to give me everything. Otherwise, you'll leave with nothing. So I feel like the person that you were dealing with always knew that they were never going to get out of that connection with that karmic. I believe that they would tell everybody that that relationship was over or that they were in the process of a divorce. They would always like lie, but they never had any intention of leaving that karmic. It's more or less like, I don't really want to be with that karmic, but I can't do anything about it, that this person has all the power over me. So this is a way that this person can get their needs met. There's a lesson to be learned from all of this. So I feel like your person at this point, like it bothers them that you're not talking to them for whatever reason at this point. It's again, because again, they're realizing that you have a past life connection. with them. I feel like memories are resurfacing that are subconscious again, and it's like there is this chemistry that they have with you, but it's again, they're connected to like this karmic, and this karmic is like, I'm not gonna let you go. You're not gonna like leave me. You're gonna you can give to whoever you want on a sexual level, because I will never be with you. But as far as leave and build with someone else, that's not happening. You're going to keep continue to build with me. And there's a sense that your person doesn't really like change. They're comfortable in their situation because they can have their cake and eat it too. They can hold on to their money and run around and spin this narrative of, oh, well, I'm going to leave this person, or I'm in the process of leaving, I'm in the process of divorcing, where it's again, it's a lie. I don't feel deserving, and it's affecting my levels of abundance and openness. And that's the thing. See, this person has a very low self-esteem because who they're around continually like berates them, continually tells them what a piece of shit that they are. Because again, that karmic at one time had a relationship with this person. And, they hurt them too many times that the karmic's like, okay, well, you don't want to be with me in that way, and our relationship is destroyed. But again, I own your life. I own your life. And because this person continues to live where it's comfortable for them, well, they're going to be continued to be controlled, and they're going to be continued to be brainwashed to believe that they're a piece of crap because, the karmic's not happy, and it keeps them staying in a very low vibration. I'm listening to my higher self now, and a higher power is guiding me. So it's again, I feel like, because no one's doing anything, you're not coming to this person. You've detached from them. It's actually triggering their ego a little bit because again, that's not the narrative that they want to live. The narrative is that you were supposed to chase me. You were supposed to give me the time and the energy. I was supposed to just be able to give you breadcrumbs. We do have a connection. I was so for sure that you were going to do it. You didn't do it. You're showing this person a totally different side of you, which they're actually like better, like I said earlier. So now they're comparing you against the karmic because they're not happy with the karmic. It's like they didn't think that they could have, the love that, you show that you're independent, that you again can take care of yourself. There's someone that they are attracted to you. You have all the ingredients that this person would actually want. However, they never thought that they could get out of the connection with the karmic. So they're like, why even bother to even give you the time? I don't want to draw any emotional connection to you because if I do, well, then that's going to really complicate things for me. And this person is normally able to do that. Hook up with people, not have any emotional feelings, eventually just lie and disconnect, say, well, things aren't working out, or I'm just too busy, make up some excuse after they get what they want, and just go back to living with the karmic. Well, now, because you actually detached from this person before they were able to screw you over, it's again, this person is sitting there a little bit uneasy, and it's actually because you made them think about you. They didn't want to think about you, but because you disconnected and you're like, I don't really care. I actually see you for exactly who you are. And now they're really seeing you for who you are, that you're again somebody that's of a high vibration. You're someone that is very well liked and well known, and someone that's really like doing in your community, something that this person pretends to do. Again, but you're really doing it. So they actually see you in this high vibration. And again, like I said, it's triggering these um, past life memories because you're actually making this person see. And then they're also now comparing their life to your life. And they're like, well, you have full control over your life, and I don't have control over my life. And that actually bothers this person. It amazes me when we say the same things at the same time. So I feel like sometimes the few times that you guys did connect, there was this good chemistry. The same divine energy flows in each of us. This energy is a catalyst to our reunion. We just need to allow this energy to work its magic. So it's like now this person is coming to this realization that they really have feelings for you, where they can't block it out. I feel like the whole time that they were avoiding it, blocking it out, trying to run around with other people, try to replace you because they could never be in a connection. They already have someone at home, someone that is not going to give them a divorce, not without major consequences, not without losing everything. So what's happened now is that this person is like, well, if it's something that's real, well, then it's just going to work out. So I feel like what happens is that this person is not really going to do anything. They kind of live in fantasy land. And it's like, well, if it's going to work out, it's just going to work out. It's like if you're really my person, which it doesn't work that way. They would have to actually put energy in. I'll contact you when I'm able to, but right now my life is complicated to bring you into it, but know that I do want to talk to you. Yeah, now this person wants to talk to you, but now this karmic is watching them and has full control over their life. And it's like, so this person wishes almost that you would contact them, but you're like, I'm not going to contact you. I already know what your situation is, and I also know like how you treated me, that I would never contact you. If you want to talk to me, you're going to do all the work. You're going to do all the heavy lifting, and you actually would have to give me quadruple the amount of what I would have originally taken in the beginning. I watch you on social media, and the internet is my way of staying close and finding out more about you. Yeah, that's why you said this person's seeing what you're doing. They're seeing who you're connected to. They're seeing again that you're very involved in your community, that you're very well liked. Again, this person had painted a picture of you in their head that didn't exist. And not really because that's who you are. It's because, hey, that's what they normally deal with. They didn't give you enough time. This is why all of a sudden they're starting to realize that they really have feelings for you. That's why these past life memories are starting to resurface where they're like, I feel like I actually could be with you now. I long ago shut down those parts of me that wanted love, romance, and intimacy, but you make me long for those things again. So, like I said, it's like staying with the karmic, they had to shut down those parts of themselves. They had to. So again, being that you disconnected from this person, now it's again, there's a sense of I do have feelings for you. They didn't never thought that they were going to have feelings for you. They thought, well, even if I had a little bit of feelings, I would get over it. I just run around and talk to other people. I feel like this person, instead of coming back and apologizing, they decided to run around with more people to try and forget about you. So in them doing that, that affected the relationship with the karmic, because the karmic is like tired of their bullshit of them, kind of living this double life. The karmic saying, well, you're embarrassing me because you don't think that the entire neighborhood knows that you're running around getting attention from other people. And you don't think that is going to get back to me. Everybody and their grandmother has told me who you are. So this karmic is angry. And at first, they've always been angry where they've cut off physical contact. Well, now that like there's no friendship. I feel like at one time they lived with the karmic almost as if they were friends. They were able to coexist in the same house together as long as the karmic's needs were getting met, which means as long as the karmic pockets were getting filled. But now the karmic is saying, well, I'm kind of getting tired of people coming around telling me that you're hooking up with other people. And so I feel like they've tightened the noose on your person, meaning whatever freedom that they had to run around, they have a lot less of it, which is why their life isn't what it seems like anymore. Because yeah, the dynamic of their life is changing, which obviously is what's making this person think about you now, saying, well, you're a good catch, you're somebody that, I can see myself with, again, because you're doing big things and this person wants to be seen as someone that's important. They always want the spotlight on them. They always want to be be someone that people give attention to and looks at them in high regard. People are not looking at them in high regard. This is what they're realizing because the karmic has said, you don't think everybody and their grandmothers told me that you're running around with everybody else, that you're not giving me attention? And their karmic's getting tired of this. This is something that this person never thought was going to happen. They thought that that karmic was going to put up with them running around with every person in town and that they were just going to like deal with it. And then where you're like, you're over in the sidelines and you're like, I know that you're with somebody and I also see what you do. So you don't look at them the same way that you did. I know the universe works in mysterious ways, but they judge the situation and they judge the situation because they're like, first of all, I don't know how to surrender to it. That's number one, because they shut down parts of that is associated with intimacy and love and deep connection a long time ago. That's why they were able to live in a connection with someone that wasn't giving them any love and compartmentalizing, getting their needs met from everyone else. They just happen to meet you in the interim. Again, they never had plans to fall for you. It's again, what's happening is that at home, their life is changing. And being that their life is changing, now they're looking at you. And they're looking at you because, hey, I'm watching you on social media and I see everything that you're doing. I see everyone that you're connected to, and I want to have that life. I'm lonely. I'm lonely being connected to the karmic, and I'm lonely running around to all these other people that I'm hooking up with. They're not giving me what I need. Of course, they're not. Those people that this person's running around trying to get their needs met, they're actually looking for someone to give to them. So again, like goes to like. So now your person is saying, oh, well, I must have been mistaken about you. I actually like what I'm seeing. And now they're judging the universe because they're like, why did I meet you at that time? When really they need to judge themselves, not the universe. The universe always brings us everything that we need to heal. And so they were in a loveless connection. They had feelings from you for day one, but they wouldn't allow those feelings. So they ran around with everyone else. So it was actually their doing, not the universe's doing. I wish I could say what I really feel. Someday I will, but right now I'm afraid to be myself. It's like this person doesn't even know who they are. They don't know who they are. There's a part of this person that hates who they are because every day they're being told that they're a piece of shit from the karmic. Every day the karmic is like, I know what you do and I know what you've done to this family. It's again, if they have kids, you're an embarrassment. I can't show my face anywhere without people smirking at me, knowing that you're running around, that you have feelings. Now, the karmic doesn't know that you even exist. They just know that their person has run around with every single person in town, and it doesn't matter where they meet, whether it's social media, whether it's through their job, it's whether it's just in town. But everybody knows who this person that's connected to you is. And so there was a part of this person that doesn't really want to give the persona that their life isn't perfect, remember. But meanwhile, their life is about to get a lot worse because that karmic is like, I know exactly who you are. I know that you're money hungry. I know that you like attention. I know that you let your ego run the show. I know exactly who you are because I've been with you for a while. So I'm going to use what I know against you. Again, I need you to trust me and believe I am working towards union with you. Yeah, this person's like, I know my connection is ending with this karmic. So in their mind, they're like, I'm going to come towards you because now I realize who you are. But they're not taking into consideration that maybe your feelings have changed towards them. They actually are so cocky, and I feel like they're cocky because they're used to dealing with the karmic that has put up with this bullshit for a long time. Karmic has just come to the end aligned with it. They're like, I'm tired of this. It's like I've caught you on numerous occasions. You always tell me that it's not that you're not going to do it again. You do it again. I wind up hearing about it from other people. It's embarrassing to me. You're not giving me what I need. I'm tired of living in this just to be connected to you for money, where actually I could actually divorce you and still be able to hold on to all this money. This is what the karmic is finally coming to the realization, saying, I don't really care what it looks like anymore. One time I did, but I certainly don't now because I'm not happy. So now that your person is like, wow, my entire life is going to come to an end. Now I'm looking around and seeing who would be a good person for me to be with, that I'm not going to look like a piece of crap again, like a loser. Because believe me, that karmic is not going to just leave. They're going to make sure that they leave and that they take as much as they can take. And so they're looking at you and they're saying, well, look at everything that you're doing. You're out in the community, you have a good job, you're pretty, you're good looking, you have all the ingredients that I would want. But again, that's because their situation is coming to an end. The planets are activating us to heal and bring us closer together. So again, this is what this person actually thinks. They're like, well, again, if I'm supposed to be with you, I'm just going to wind up being with you. And being that that karmic is ending things with me, I'm not ending them with the karmic. Well, then obviously I'm supposed to be with you. So their thinking is really diluted. And it's diluted because I feel like when their relationships end, instead of them trying to work on themselves, they just run into another relationship. They always have someone on the back burner. And unfortunately, this person perceives that you're still on the back burner for them. They're in their mind, they've built themselves up to be something that's actually important, someone that, is seen as a really good catch, someone that would be perfect for you. But it's again, that doesn't mean that that's the way that you think. I'm trying to leave my comfort zone with this issue. Yeah, which means that they would have to actually come back and apologize. They don't really want to do that. They don't feel comfortable to do that because they don't want to seem vulnerable. So it's again, they want to talk to you, but there's so much going on in their life right now that they're like, I don't really even know how to do it. So they're again going through whatever they're going through, but there's a sense that they think that they're going to be able to be with you when their situation comes to an end. Doesn't mean that it's right. What it means is this is their perception because I feel like that's what's happened to them in the past. That people normally rescue them. As one relationship ends, there's someone right there on the back burner. What they're seeing is their relationship's going to end with this karmic. They're not going to do it though. They're going to make the karmic do it. So they don't look like the bad person. And they expected you to sit here and wait for them. Now all of a sudden they have all these feelings and now they're like watching you on social media and there's, well, you have all the ingredients that's great for me. It's again, I can see myself with you, where really you're like, you never planted anything with me. You never grew anything with me. There's nothing here. It's like, and I do believe that you have meditated on it. I do believe that you have thought about this in the past, and this is how you have the realization that you knew that this person was running around with a lot of other people. It's something that at this point you don't need to meditate on because you already did. So you already know who this person is. They don't think that you know who. It's like what it is. It's like you did look for signs. You did look for what you kept finding was again that this person was a player, that this person didn't want to give you anything, that this person wanted to keep you stuck, that they wanted to create a lot of drama, that now they want to change the way that they deal with you. And they're hoping that, that they can do it. Unfortunately, like I said, this person has dealt with lower hanging fruit. So because there's a part of them that thinks, Well, everyone, I always get what I want. I'll just come in and apologize and I'll make up some sob story, and you'll feel bad. I'll come in as the victim. So it's like, well, what could I do? That karmic had full control. I wanted to talk to you when really you knew that the whole time that this person was running around with a lot of other people. They didn't want to be with the karmic, they didn't want to be with you, and they didn't really want to be with any of those people that they hooked up with. They wanted to take from everyone. You look for signs. It's not like you didn't look for signs because there was a connection there. But what you saw is that this person crapped all over the connection. You did meditate on it. And what you came up with, again, is that this person wasn't worth your time. So you end up putting the energy into yourself. That's why this person is like, oh, I like what you got going on here. I can see how I would fit into your life. And your life would actually make me look good if I was next to you. So again, everything is about this person. They're not thinking about how they treated you. They're not thinking about what you want in a connection. They're not thinking about you at all. They're just looking at you as like almost like a vehicle to help them get to the next phase of life, to help them get out of their negative situation because they know that that karmic is over it. That karmic has put in a lot of time, a lot of energy, and all they really got is mud on their face. Having people in the town tell them, do you know that your person's a cheater? Do you know that your person tried to hook up with me? Do you know that they pretend that you're non-existent? And that karmic has been spinning a narrative that they have this perfect connection. And I know that because it's like they have not been getting what they need on an emotional level. So why would they stick around? Well, they were sticking around for the money. They were sticking around for the stability. They were sticking around for the facade of what their life looked like, but not really what their life is. Then the more that your person runs around and draws attention to the fact that their relationship is a sham, the more that this karmic is pissed off, is embarrassed. Yeah, like it's like this person again, I feel like listens to music and it reminds them of you. Like they're starting to get like nostalgic. Like they were actually also looking for signs that maybe you were going to come back. And at this point, what they see is that that's not happening, that you're not going to come back. You're not going to sit there and give time to this person at this point. If anyone's going to come back to anyone, it would have to be them coming back to you. Yeah, and the problem is that this person is going to have major money problems, major money problems. That karmic is going to find ways to drain their money. They got to the point where they're like, "Oh, you think that you're going to leave me? You're going to leave me? Okay. Well, how you leave is going to be a lot worse than the way that I found you." Because you wasted my time, you embarrassed me. So before you leave, I'm going to make sure to like drain your bank account. I'm going to make sure. So whoever gets you has the privilege of supporting you and taking care of you and fixing the mess that I plan on making with you. This is not the first time that this person has gone through this, by the way. They continue to go through it. This is like a karmic cycle that's repeating. And you being a past life soulmate, this is a past life karmic mate because, like I said, they haven't given you anything. And all they're seeing is how being in your life could benefit them. They're not looking at anything that they did to you. Yeah, they're just coming from a place of fear. That's what they're doing because they already know what that karmic has in store. So what I feel is like they're seeking a way to get out of their situation. So there's a part of them that says, yeah, well, I do have like feelings and chemistry, but they didn't feed it. And their behaviors are to run around when they don't get what they want. This is a cycle that this person does. They never commit to anyone. They get people to help them out of their situation, and then whoever is helping them winds up like inheriting their negative karma because there's always karmic consequences with this person. They just see you having a great life and they're like, well, I want to be part of that. So it's again, that also would benefit them in their mind to be like, show the karmic, well, you thought you destroyed me, but I have someone else here and look at our life. So again, everything's from a very, very selfish standpoint from this karmic. So I don't really see them doing anything. I see them doing something once that karmic destroys them. Then you're going to hear from this person. And I can almost guarantee that you will not be with this person because they did not give you the time. They did not give you the time. And being that they didn't give you the time, you're like, I'm not interested. I am not interested. Let's see. Well, that's like a Joker card. Nope, because again, betrayal. Betrayal. This person plans on coming in and they're like again, to co-create with you, but you're like, no, because I already know who you are. You're not really interested in me. What you want is you want what I have. You want um you want what I have, you want that persona, you want the friends, you want the lifestyle, you want everything that I have worked for that you were not around for, that I built myself. That's what you want, and that's what you see. So you're not going to take the chance. You can expect to hear from this person by the end of autumn, which is like by, I would say, within a week or two. So they are going to reach out because, again, turmoil is happening in their life right now, and they're looking for a way out. So we have to say, why did you attract this person into your life, Virgo? Because what we see is that they don't really have anything here. They have, they're in a karmic connection that eventually they're going to lose everything because that karmic has had it. They're not going to make a mockery out of them. And I think that the karmic always knew because they ran to them at one point because a relationship was falling apart. So this karmic has put in a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy, has helped them build whatever they've built in their life, whether or not it's a home, whether it's a business, whether it's equity, whatever it is. And they're like, well, you think that you were going to play me? Well, guess what? I always made sure that when you ran into my life and I was helping you, I made sure that I put myself everywhere. So my name was on the finances, my name's on the house, my name's on everything. So you wanted to run around? Well, now we're going to get a divorce. Now I'm going to ruin you. This karmic was smart because they kind of always knew who this person was. I think that they wanted to believe this person. And for a while, everything was okay. But then over time, this person that you're dealing with doesn't like any type of committed relationship. They, again, want to be the one that's in charge. They want to be seen as the authority figure with whoever they're with. And really, uh, they weren't with the karmic. So again, for a while, your person was being subservient and they would have continued to be subservient. But the karmic's like, I don't really even want this because when I met you, you were somewhat of an authority figure. You were someone that was seen as important. But now that I'm with you, I see exactly who you are. I see that you have no regard for anyone or anything, but you're not just going to leave me. So I'm going to make sure that there's consequences, and I'm going to make sure that whoever you run to, well, that they're going to have to do all the heavy lifting, just like how I had to with you to build you up, but you're not going to do that to me. So this is why your person didn't really want to leave that karmic because they know how much the karmic gave. They know how much the karmic did for them, and they live a comfortable life. They just don't have those sexual feelings for the karmic. And the reason why is because they never really gave to the karmic. The karmic came in and like rescued them from their previous connection. So it's been the karmic that has the whole time emotionally been there for a needy, broken person. And that the karmic's like, well, I built you into who you are now. When I got you, you were broken. So I'm going to re-break you and you're going to go back out there and see if you can find another one of me because the karmic's like, well, if you're going to leave me, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. If you pushed me to this point of having you like have me ending this connection, you're gonna regret it. Yeah, like there was a lack of connection um to grounding, to feeling supported. So I feel like again, we're pulling for your inner child wounds. Why did you attract this person? So we're pulling six, and I pulled outdoors and nature first, and outdoors and nature is the universe, and the universe is God, and the universe is what is always there to support you. And so I feel like you're someone that never felt supported. And because you didn't feel supported, you were someone that was always up in your mind. Second card out, it was because of abuse. Again, an abuse doesn't need to be physical abuse, but in this card, if you notice, it is, because look at the child's face and look at the child's body. It's again that they were physically abused. So for some, you might have been physically abused, but emotional abuse is the same. And the brain doesn't know the difference between physical or emotional abuse. So you were abused. So there was no support, and you didn't see the universe coming to help support you either. Again, so when we're too much in survival mode, we're not disciplining ourselves to create ourselves. So you weren't able to just, find your rhythm. I feel like when we grow up in survival, we do go with the flow of what's going on in the environment, but what's going on in the environment is not in alignment with your highest good. It's mainly in alignment with your survival. So leave that again. Not feeling supported when you're a child, children do whatever they need to do to create that support. So I feel like that you're very intuitive. You're able to feel the energy, but you weren't really able to find your gifts. You always had gifts. However, when we are in survival mode, we are not developing our gifts. We're not finding ourselves. We're not being like childlike. When we're children, we go out and we explore. And when we, explore, we're also exploring ourselves, seeing what resonates with us, what we like. And it's where we're putting our time, our energy, and our focus. And I feel like your time, energy, and focus was mainly on dealing with a person in your environment that you couldn't trust, that didn't make you feel safe. So you weren't. However, Spirit says dealing with that person, though, that was abusive, you did gain gifts, and those gifts were intuitive gifts, sensitivity, because your survival was dependent on it. It's again, children don't logic. What they do is they tap into all their senses to see whether it's safe. And so that's how you avoided problems. However, when we use those same gifts in a different atmosphere and in growing ourselves, we're gonna get a lot different results. Again, you're not using them for survival. You were using them to actually become yourself. And that's why I do feel like you're interactive in your community. Feel like you were able to discern that this person wasn't a good person, that they weren't giving you anything. Yeah, they were showing you something, but you could feel that they weren't really showing you anything. They weren't giving you anything. It wasn't enough. If anything, it was keeping you stuck in a place of that trauma, of abuse, of emotionally, again, not getting anything. So you were able to intuit that. And so you put the energy into yourself instead of staying overwhelmed. When we're a child and we're being abused, life is too overwhelming. So all that's really doing is creating a lot of sensitivity. It's making our nervous system be heightened. And that's what creates sensitivity, because we can perceive energy through our nervous system, is what makes us very intuitive. So again, you wound up getting a gift. However, you weren't utilizing that gift in childhood to create, to become yourself. You were utilizing it for survival, to again, to be safe, to learn how to go with the flow of what was going on in the environment to keep you from, uh, being overwhelmed. So now we use the same exact spiritual gift, but we're now disciplining ourselves into becoming ourselves. And that's how you really transmuted the abuse, because you're like, I can see that you're not giving me anything. I'm actually giving myself in becoming myself, in being interactive in my community, in my job, in pouring into myself. So you became balanced. So you could actually see that this person was kind of full of shit, that they were just kind of spinning a narrative to try to get what they wanted from you. So you actually not just avoided this person by disciplining yourself, you're like, yeah, I have feelings for you. There is a connection, but it's not enough here. You're hiding too much from me. I can tell, and I can see exactly what you're doing. And you also were like, and I know that you don't care. You knew at the time, this person's going to come back and pretend that they cared the whole time. What you know is that they didn't, because they never thought that that karmic was going to do anything. Now that that karmic's destroying their life, they're looking around for their next supply. And what better person than you? And what you said is, no, I know exactly what you're doing. So it actually allows you to avoid that negative karma. This person is a past life karmic mate. They want to sit there and pretend that they're like a twin flame. And they're like, oh, I'm going to help you create. I want to be seen with you. I want to break free from, my situation, and I'm going to go to you because you're independent and you're impressionable. And I like the fact that you're impressionable to people. I want to be seen as that. That's someone that's important. That's someone that's an authority figure. This is what this person hid behind the whole time, even though you knew that they weren't. So what it is that this person doesn't get to do that. However, you're going to continue to do that. And in the fact that you continue to do that, you will continue to create your life the way that you want. You'll be able to attract better people into your life. I feel like this was a karmic that made you relive some childhood wounds that you had suppressed, ones where you felt abused, where you were made to feel undervalued. And because of that trauma, you didn't create yourself, but here you were creating yourself. You didn't give the energy to this person. So that's why when they come back, you're like, I see exactly what happened. So no, I'm not going to give you anything. So they actually get to eat the karma. And that is a beautiful thing, because a lot of times when we're dealing with these people, they never do. So this person winds up leaving, like feeling sad, and they're actually stuck in their childhood trauma, because their self-image of who they created is actually like not. Everyone sees that it's not, and they can't create the narrative which they were planning on doing through your life. Again, no, you took that away. So actually what's there is that their self-image is cracked. And now it's, again, that's the biggest trauma for this person. They care about what other people think. And that's why they stayed with that karma for as long as they stayed with that karmic person. It's not out of love. It was for the fact that it's comfortable. It's like, I've acquired a lot of things. I don't want to lose those things. So I'm going to stay here. Again, they never thought that the karmic was going to do it, but the karmic does do it. And then when your person runs to you, you're going to be like, I don't think so. And that is how this person gets to inherit their own karma. You're like, I'm not going to inherit your negative karma, because whoever you run to, that karmic is going to have a problem with, because there's a sense that they feel as if they've given so much of their time and their energy and effort into you. And you're not just going to run to somebody else and have them clean up your mess. You're actually going to and you're going to have to eat that karma yourself. And that's the best thing that you could do for this person. The best thing, because they wouldn't learn otherwise. They would just use and abuse you and then take and then repeat the cycle because that's what they've shown to be able to do. I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. You let me know how you resonated with this one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.